Now, so having seen this, that there is a direct correlation between what is the soil moisture requirement, what is the water requirement vis-a-vis what the crop is in terms of producing a unit quantity of the yield. Now, how do we get to the requirement in the sense that how do we know the soil moisture of a particular area so that we know when irrigation is required, what time the irrigation is required? Number one. Number two, what should be the date of sowing? Is the soil moisture good enough for me to sow or delayed by a couple of days and post irrigation? Should I do that? Now, all of these require measurement, and these measurements today are done by the farmers by their own intrinsic way of trying to find out. They have their own dipstick method. They know how hard the soil is, how loose the soil is, right? And they go about it, right? But in the last 15 to 20 years, we have got a lot of decision support apps, decision support in terms of sensor-based capture of data, and then dissemination of data through various means so that we can exactly know whether this is the time to irrigate or you delay the irrigation by a couple of days, so on and so forth. So the soil moisture measurement therefore becomes very, very important. And there are many sensors available today which can help to understand what is the soil moisture at any given point of time in various depths of soil. Of course, the agricultural water use has several challenges, particularly that there may be water, but there may not be enough power to pull that water to your field. Or there may be enough power, but there is not enough water to pull. So there could be a combination of factors which can pose a challenge for getting the soil with the kind of soil moisture that is required for a particular plant. So whether it is use of groundwater, reservoir, whether it is excessive irrigation, right? All of these lead to a kind of direct effect on what the final produce will be. Now, definitely the need would be to look at the supply-driven irrigation to demand-driven irrigation. Now, this is definitely to be addressed with respect to a particular crop in a particular geography. Now, unless and until we understand what the moisture deficit for a particular area is in a particular season for a particular crop. Now, if there is a prolonged deficit, then we need to change the crop or have enough mechanism to see that there is demand-driven irrigation available for that particular crop. Now, because ultimately, whatever is the input, the final output, the cost of the final output will therefore have an implication on what are all the inputs that we do, starting with irrigation, fertigation, the use of various kinds of other chemical weedicide, pesticide, or biocide, so on and so forth. So the primary activity would be irrigation, and the cost of the irrigation therefore will have a bearing on what the final output would be. So the soil moisture deficit is a very important parameter that needs to be captured. And today there are several ways in which they are being captured and tried to be disseminated. So the best practice is to access the appropriate soil moisture information and have a decision support to say that whether you need to switch on your pump or not to switch on your pump, to irrigate or not to irrigate. Now, this decision support today is kind of available in several Android and iOS apps also, where you are asked to put the date of sowing, and from there on the app tells you depending upon various climatic condition and the soil moisture in that area. It definitely tells you that you need to irrigate now and you need not irrigate now. But these are again have not been adapted in a large scale. They have been adapted in large farms by very few isolated places. Now, we also have processed satellite data and the land surface model data, which are available in a soil moisture model. And these are also accessible and many of them freely available as an app form. And then this can be used as a starting point for identifying soil moisture deficit and then using water effectively to an extent that is going to be required by the plant and not get into area where we are over irrigating the soil, which is beyond the requirement of that particular plant. So all of these, we require a decision support in this regard. And these kinds of, this is where I had compiled a large number of web portals and projects, both government and others. So Kisan Suvidha is one app, then Mosam is one app, and then which is all IMD based. Then we have AgrisNet. TNAU is a leader in this, and they have a very, very dynamic portal, and their apps are also highly being used by the farmers. So I would rate TNAU Agritech portal as one of the topmost in terms of not only the soil moisture and the crop cycle, but beyond that. So they are multilingual. Most of them are multilingual and Android, iOS based, both web and in the mobile platforms. So these are government extension departments of agricultural universities. Then we have certain portals like Rice Knowledge Management Portal, where a lot of data are available, right? Though they may not be. Then Mahindra Kisan Mitra is one such web portal. Then similarly, we have IFCO Agri Portal. So IFCO is again, IFCO Sanchar Nigam is the one which offers a lot of information to farmers. Apart from their information kiosk, they have this green SIM. And this green SIM offers them either to give a missed call and then talk to a telecaller, agro advisory. Then iKisan, again, they have diagnostic packages for various crops. So they specialize in different kinds of crops. Then we have this village resource center, then village knowledge centers of MSSRF. And then there is community information centers, CICs. There are more than 150,000 of them, including the common service centers. Then RML, it's a private company which Reuters Marketlight, which again offers a lot of decision support for various crops in various markets. Then we have KVKs, which are currently more than 700 KVKs are available. And they offer a mix of hybrid where they use ICTs and then they are available on the field in the conventional models. Now, eSagu is again an agro advisory platform. It is from IIIT Hyderabad. Dr. Krishna Reddy is very passionate about supporting farmers. And similarly, we have Digital Green, knowledge share centers. Now, all of them over a period of time, like CREDA and all the 100+ ICAR centers, we have we have what is referred to as All India Agro-Meteorological research going across in several states conducted by the Central Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture, where they monitor drought and declare districts as droughts or blocks as drought based on the soil moisture conditions. Now, therefore, these are some of them which have been in use, but I would my personal experience with many of them is that they are all extended pilots, right? And there is no clear-cut business model in terms of making money because the farmers refuse to pay for it. And therefore, the government has a predominant say on this with their own apps. And therefore, there is no infusion of there is no private leadership in this area. And therefore, this hangs on and not getting into the mainstream. Thank you.